So Meta and Microsoft recently did a collab and launched the Meta Quest 3S Xbox Edition. It's basically just a special bundle of the Meta Quest 3S that comes with an Xbox controller, an Elite strap, and 3 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for $399. That's not a bad deal, but also wasn't the most exciting news since it wasn't really a new product. It's the same Quest 3S just bundled with a few extras. That said, I still think this collab is really interesting. Meta is still trying to make mixed reality more mainstream, and Microsoft is clearly betting a lot on cloud gaming. So even though AR VR is still not the most approachable platform and Xbox has fallen out of being the mainstream brand compared to PlayStation or Nintendo, this collab still made me really curious on what Game Pass actually is like on the Meta Quest. Honestly, like a lot of other AR VR headset owners, my Meta Quest 3 has just been lying around waiting for a killer app. So this Xbox Meta collab got me to finally charge up my Quest headset, connect my controller, and test out Xbox Game Pass on this platform. And after playing it for a week, it's changed my mind about a lot of things. Okay, so setting it up, you first need to be subscribed to the Ultimate tier of Game Pass. That's the only tier that includes cloud gaming, so if you're on a lower plan, you won't be able to cloud game on the Quest. After that, put on your headset, go over to the Meta Horizon store and install the Xbox app, log into your Microsoft or Xbox account like you would on any other device, connect your Bluetooth controller. The Quest supports a wide variety of Bluetooth controllers, but I do recommend using one that's officially verified by Microsoft. I tested a couple of third-party options, and while they worked, the analog sticks felt a little bit off. The dead zones weren't quite right on non-verified controllers. So I used the latest version of the official Xbox wireless controller. It connects and works perfectly. Then you're all good to go and you're in the Game Pass library. One quick note here, Game Pass on the Meta Quest only works for cloud gaming, so you're not directly installing any games on your Quest storage. Everything you see here is streamed from Microsoft's data centers. So even though this is technically an Xbox app, you don't actually need to own an Xbox console or a gaming PC. This all runs on Xbox Cloud Gaming, so the games are rendered remotely and only your controller inputs just get sent back and forth in real time. By the way, if you're a creator like me, or if you're just starting out and wanting to upload clips like these to all your social platforms, you might want to check out repurpose.io, who's also sponsoring this portion of the video. Whether it's gameplay like this, reaction clips, or whatever you're creating, Repurpose helps you easily automate the reposting process across every platform you're on. Before I started using Repurpose, I was copy and pasting captions, re-exporting for best compatibility, and individually uploading every short form video to YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. It was super repetitive and boring, but now I've got it set up so whenever I publish a new short, Repurpose automatically repackages that content and posts it to all my other platforms with the right dimensions, aspect ratios, and even platform-specific captions and hashtags. I really don't have to fiddle with it, it just works. Repurpose connects to all your accounts and just runs in the background. You can tweak whatever you need, but once it's set up, you don't really have to think about it. So if you want to save a ton of time and be a more productive creator, definitely go check out repurpose.io using the link below and try it out for free. So once everything's set up, the app experience itself is actually super straightforward. The Xbox app on the Quest is basically the same web version of Xbox Cloud Gaming with a web wrapper or VR wrapper around it. It actually crashed on me once and I got the same error screen that you normally get if a Chrome tab fails to load. So not really much groundbreaking here, but it gets the job done. This is your full Xbox Game Pass library, so you can scroll through all the available cloud games, of course including all the titles available with Game Pass and even the games you bought and own on your Xbox account. You can browse using your Quest controllers or your game controller, but once you launch a game, the Quest controllers don't work for the gameplay itself. You'll need to use your gaming controller from there. The absolute best part about cloud gaming on the Quest is being able to resize your screen however you want. You can make it as small as a laptop display or blow it up to be the size of a movie theater screen, which is just amazing. Plus, turning off pass-through, it feels super immersive. I definitely recommend playing with pass-through off so you don't have any distractions and you can just get a focused experience. And because the actual gameplay is 2D, I didn't get any motion sickness. It's not a typical VR game where you have to move your head and body around. I'm just sitting there looking at a big screen, so even after long play sessions, I felt totally fine. And since the Quest isn't rendering the game itself and is basically just streaming over video footage, it barely gets warm. The Quest didn't heat up at all, which makes wearing this giant thing on your head a lot more tolerable. If you're someone like me who gets really hot and sweaty wearing VR headsets, this helps a lot. The resolution is actually really good. It's not crystal clear, but it feels more like playing a game on a big screen 1080p TV or a good projector, but you get really good color reproduction. So small text will look a bit jagged and textures won't be quite as clear, so not top of the line 4K crystal clear type of experience, but it's a very good entertaining experience. The great thing is there's not much of a resolution drop off no matter how big you resize the screen. The Quest and the Xbox app are actually great at scaling and sampling, so you can have a super entertaining theater sized gameplay experience while maintaining the quality. Xbox Cloud Gaming maxes out at 60 FPS, so that's the highest you're getting, but since all cloud gaming is just video being streamed over through Xboxes from Microsoft data centers, you're getting consistent, identical performance to how these games are played on the latest gen Xboxes as long as you have dependable internet. I haven't seen any frame drops or noticeable resolution drops from my time with Xbox Cloud Gaming on my Meta Quest. I would put the responsiveness here as top tier. Basically, the controller latency and responsiveness are just as responsive as the desktop web version on Mac or Windows, which has always been the most responsive in my experience. I'm even playing Call of Duty multiplayer pretty well on here. Of course, it's not as accurate as a keyboard and mouse setup, but with a controller with some aim assist, this feels like a native experience. So that's really good, and it also makes me really impressed with the connectivity strength on the Qualcomm chip inside this thing. I do have really good internet though, so do keep that in mind. The audio quality was great too. The Quest 3 has surprisingly decent speakers, and the spatial audio really adds to the immersion. Since this is cloud gaming, of course there is compression, but it doesn't sound like that at all. It really does feel like a native console experience just floating in front of you with a giant screen and surround sound speakers.
Dio santo, che male! Non sapevo che fosse acceso.
Briscola, huh? Never tried it.
There's no way to open it from the other side.
This doesn't concern
Looks like this is your
prisoner.
lucky day. Just stay out of our way.
Call it in. Another one down. Ravis is one of them. Ready for combat. A wound is just a wound.
Battery life playing Game Pass on here is as good as you can get on a Meta Quest, which is fine. Like most VR headsets, the Quest 3 also doesn't last super long. You're going to get about 2 hours max, and since Xbox Cloud Gaming doesn't push the chipset much at all, you'll pretty much hit that 2-hour max battery life. The good thing is you're going to be sitting down for this and not moving around since you're just getting a flat screen, so it's easy to just plug in a charging cable and keep playing. So with the easy setup process, a super immersive environment where I can play on a giant screen, and a really reliable and fun gameplay experience, I think I finally found the killer app for my Meta Quest, and this might also be my new favorite way to play games right now. I recently fell in love with Xbox Cloud Gaming on the Steam Deck, and I thought that was the peak experience, but I think this is even better. Considering you just need a Quest headset and you don't need a TV or a gaming console to get this entire experience, I'm starting to think that these Quest headsets might be a pretty good deal. This might not be the future for gaming for everyone, but I highly recommend trying this out because this is awesome. This video isn't sponsored in any way, but if you're interested in this Meta Quest 3 or that new Meta Quest 3S Xbox edition, feel free to go check them out using my affiliate links down below. If you like this video, I would appreciate it if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. If you have any other killer app recommendations for my Meta Quest, definitely let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.